right, so how are we starting this thing?
We're gonna say,
I thought you wanted to be extra animated.
What's up, Carbon TV?
Carbon TV!
It's Time's Up Outdoors.
so stupid.
Hey, so what's up? Episode 1 of 2020.
Is this season 2?
Season 2?
Season
Podcast
one.
season?
No, it's season 2 of our podcast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Are there seasons? Or does it just... It's
No,
not really
it's just
a season,
episodes.
Yeah. This is episode 13
but it's episode 1.
for Carbon.
Episode 13.1.
If you're watching us or listening to us from Carbon TV, this is our first episode on Carbon TV. So,
Yes.
otherwise we've been on YouTube, iTunes, and all the other podcasting areas,
Google
Spotify,
Play.
Google Play, website.
We're still going to be on those platforms as well. So
We'll still be on all those platforms. We will just now be found on Carbon TV as well. And if you are new to the podcast, we'll do a little introduction. We're Times of Outdoors. We're just 3 firemen from the city of Detroit who are filming a hunting and fishing show. We got a little podcast. We bullshit. We talk about all kinds of stuff, hunting and fishing, and a little bit about our jobs as firemen in the city and about our lives. I'm still getting over some sickness that I had over the holidays, so bear with me. I might cough.
me too.
And my,
Right into the microphone. That's good.
yeah, well, I don't have much choice because you have it right on top of my face.
Well, when it's in your pants.
I don't have much of a voice either, so.
If you guys get me sick, I'm eliminating you both from the planet.
We are at Zuki Lake Tavern, so we like to do. I don't like the studio.
We don't have a studio.
We don't have a studio.
We don't have a
So-
choice. We don't have a studio.
So we've got a mobile studio.
We can
which
pretend
is
like we don't
sweet.
like it all we want, but the
But
truth
I
is we don't have
I don't
it.
like it. Like we're never gonna be like, let's go to the studio and do a podcast. I mean, that's so stupid.
Well,
No,
some of our podcasts
we
might be in
literally-
a kitchen, it might be at a bar, it might be, we've done them from the ice fishing shanties, camper.
We literally just got done
Camper a lot. On the truck.
small game hunting. We got done small game hunting, and we were like, we're hungry. Let's go eat at the bar at Zuki Lake and do a podcast. So here we are.
This is it. Shout out to Zuki Lake for just letting us,
Right.
gave us a whole back room here.
Come in here with a whole bunch of shit like, hey, can we take over your back room? Yeah,
Like,
no
yeah, go
problem.
ahead.
So other than that, anything pressing anybody want to talk about?
No, man. It's New Year, new me.
It's not new. You're
You
still
are
fat
same
and
you.
short. And bald.
I did gain quite a few pounds in the last few months, which I always do for hunting season.
You're disgusting.
I saw you eat all those cookies last night at the firehouse.
You matched every cookie I ate last night.
Whatever.
You guys are going cookie for cookie?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
we're watching the game, eating cookies. Hey,
Yuck.
we walked it off this morning.
We did.
Walk a lot. I killed a rabbit this morning.
Killed one
Did
rabbit.
you kill it?
We did some public land hunting this morning. What
I
a
put a hole
Pinckney?
through the rabbit.
Gregory?
It was Gregory State.
Gregory
Rec
State
area.
Rock area.
Wouldn't waste your time.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, not many rabbits. We're probably too loud for the squirrels.
It was
Yeah.
pretty crunchy.
Yeah, but public
Yeah, we got-
landowners, hashtag
Hashtag hunting public.
hashtag Michigan backcountry
Hashtag
hunters and
Steve
anglers.
Ranella.
Oh, God, so many hashtags.
Hashtag Giannis Vitalis.
Yeah, so
Which, by the way, their podcast, they're coming to Royal Oak in like March.
I don't want to
So
go.
we should probably
It's not a
get,
podcast though. It's like it's
It's like an open forum thing.
yeah, but they're not recording it, and you won't be able to hear it anywhere other than if you go.
Really?
Interesting.
I like that. I want to go.
Yeah, me too.
$171 for the
Oh my
VIP
gosh.
tickets, though.
That's not in my budget.
Not
But
doing
you
that.
can do. You get to meet Steve Ranella and Yanni and Cal.
What if we just buy the what are the non
See my
what are the non VIP?
Oh, they're like $20.
well, what if we just buy the non ones and then sneak into the backstage?
That's more our style anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
We'll just
The
flash our
fact that-
badges.
We'll just
Oh,
badge our
God.
way in there.
Oh, that makes me soft.
we had to check the capacity. Fire
Yeah.
marshal.
Wow. You'd be a dick if you
Oh,
did that.
wow.
Hey man, I'm trying to meet Steve Ranella.
Me too, but you know what? I'm not gonna be unhifted.
I just want to have like a little bit of his literary genius rub off on me.
I can listen to his podcast and like he's talking about nothing.
Generally.
But
They talk about everything.
they're talking about like the way what he is saying. He's not portraying any information to me, but I am listening intently because of how he speaks.
Yeah.
Like just the way, like.
Well, have you read his books? Any of his books?
And you can literally, he knows how to describe how I feel. I'm like an idiot. I'm like a 2-year-old.
Well, yeah.
Have you ever read any of his books?
Uh-uh.
His book, The Tale of American Hunter, or I don't know the title of it. It's pretty good. I got Eric on it. Eric's reading it. He's like, I can't put this book down.
What about the one about Buffalo?
I feel like I should turn
You know what? It's good, but
this down.
it wasn't
No.
like the American Hunter one. I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
The Buffalo one, I'm probably botching those titles, but
The Buffalo one is close enough.
Is that the one that he was talking about?
Buffalo.
yeah.
Was it
It's all
Buffalo?
about
Oh,
Buffalo.
what was
All
it?
about
What was
the Great
the?
American Buffalo.
He was talking about like Davy Crockett one. Was it?
They talk about that a lot, and
Was it a Great
haven't
American
read it.
Hunter? Is there,
he talks about a little
He was
bit.
talking about something like somebody asked him
talk
a
about that
question.
in
Who's the
podcasts
greatest
all the
hunter? Yeah, I know.
Davy Crockett and
Boone.
Dana Boone.
Dana Boone.
So, episode 1, what we really came here to talk about is the ATA show, which just passed.
It was sweet. I went. Did you guys
Yeah,
go?
we were there.
Yeah.
No, we weren't there. I wish we could have went. Maybe next year. We just couldn't swing it into our schedule, but
It's not worth swinging into your schedule unless you really want to go.
yeah, Nico's been. I've never been.
I've
John's
never
never been. It looks cool.
It's worth going to for sure. Like to say you've been and done that. It's
Looks
like
a lot of fun.
anybody's a fan of archery, it's worth going to see. But
It's like FDIC.
yeah, man,
Or
it's
bow
more
hunter.
of like
Bow hunting.
if you want your picture taken with everybody, unless you
Right.
got there for meetings and
It's
you got
kind of
like
what FDIC
Yeah.
is too. I mean,
sponsors to deal
that's
with and
all it
stuff,
is.
and like I don't know, man. I don't really care to see Luke Bryan walking around in his bedazzly, sparkly ass jeans with a weak ass lip twisted handshake.
he goes there.
Yeah, because he's on that.
He's on that not Pursuit.
What the hell's that
is
stupid show? I don't know. That one stupid show he's on. It sucks. He cries. Anyway, what I wanted to take away from the ATA show was some products that we saw that came out. I found Field and Stream's little top list of their favorite stuff. There's a lot of crossbow stuff on here. Personally, I'm going to make people mad. I'm a crossbow hater. So it kind of irks me, but I get it. It's like the number one trending thing in the whitetail world right now is crossbow. So
Yeah, but at what point is that not archery?
well, this point right here, with the Sig Sauer BDX crossbow system, is basically a scope that you can buy for $830 with the rangefinder.
Holy cow!
Yeah, and you put it's a rangefinder crossbow scope combo. You slap that bad boy on there, and it's got the app right on it. You type it in your arrow weight, speed,
like
scope,
dope
rail
fast.
height, and sight and distance. Exactly
Yeah,
what it is
we'll do another one.
into the app.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
okay.
You can't ruin this, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
no
What's your
worries.
name?
I'm Brittany.
Brittany. Brittany's
We
our-
ruined it when we
Brittany's our
started it.
bartender.
Yeah, Brittany's hooking us
Oh,
up.
you wrote it when you started it. I'll bring by another picture.
Thank
Thank
you. Love you.
So they got the scope, and you type all that good jazz into it. And thanks to 75 built-in LEDs in the crosshair, you can increase the magnification without affecting the gapping holdover points. And you basically just hold your scope on it, and it tells you where to hold.
Yeah, it's got
Out
a whole box.
to-
It's got a
yeah.
built-in dope chart.
Out to
on it.
125 yards
That's so stupid.
with a fucking crossbow.
See, that's not archery though. It's not archery.
Yeah, but okay. It's like the Raven. The Raven's good. People, I was at the bow shop picking some stuff up, and there was these guys in there talking about the Raven, and they're like, "Yeah, it shoots 100 yards." And the guy was trying to explain it to the other guy. The bow tech was trying to explain to the consumer that yes, in the perfect condition, you can shoot something at 100 yards, and it'll be fairly accurate. But when do you have those conditions when you're deer hunting?
Well, here's my
almost never.
right. Here's why I think crossbows irk me so much. It's gonna make people mad. This is my personal opinion, so get mad at me, not at everybody else. A lot of the guys that are jumping on this crossbow bandwagon are gun hunters who don't care what the perfect condition is because you don't need to care so much. You
Right.
shoot a 12 gauge into the snow, who gives a shit? But you pick up this crossbow and I can shoot it at 125. So they're gonna do it because the box says that they can. It
Yeah,
happens a lot.
that
I
is
mean,
that is a
you
problem.
talk to all these guys, like the deer tracking hound guys, a lot of their stuff from crossbows are too fast, so you can't see where you even hit the animal at.
Right.
Number one. Number 2, they're scope related and people don't know how to sight in their weapons. And then number 3, you got shitty hunters out there picking them up. Not everybody, but a lot. Enough to where I'm going to call you out and say you suck.
I'm going to take it one step further. And people are going to get mad at me a lot.
Why are people not mad at you?
Oh, that's fine. But my biggest thing is not so much the adult hunter, because as an adult hunter, you should have to be able to take some kind of accountability for how you're killing a deer, how you're shooting it, how you're harvesting it. If you're taking a shitty shot, you're just a bad person. I'm sorry. I don't like it. To be honest with you, if you take a knowingly a shitty shot, 120-yard shot with a crossbow, you're a dick.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Don't do that. But the biggest thing that it sucks is it's driving these children. Everyone are like, thank you.
Fantastic.
And everyone's like, oh, my 8-year-old is going to go out and it's their first time hunting, and we're going to go. I just bought her a crossbow. She's 8. Like, I had to work for it, right? I had to work up to the point to shoot a bow. Now, don't get me wrong. I do agree that we need to get more of the youth out there, but I think
it is a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword, because the standard is now, that's going to be the new standard when these kids grow up, and now they've hunted with a crossbow their whole life, and they're like, I'm trying to go back to traditional. I'm trying to go to, I want to use a recurve next year. But
I did that with Dugan. I mean, he started at 12. His first year he used a gun, second year he used a crossbow.
Let me put a disclaimer, is that you did that with Dugan because you were teaching him, but you also forced him, like, you're not using a crossbow.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Again. So his year 1 he used a gun, year 2 he used a crossbow, year 3 he picked up a compound and challenged himself, and that was it. Because I'm, if you want to be a bow hunter, I'm gonna teach you to be a bow hunter.
Yeah,
crossbow's a different ball game, and I ain't it. So
yeah, exactly. You can use it as a gateway to start.
I think it's a great gateway weapon for a lot of kids.
Well, and then you go on the other end of the spectrum, and you got older people.
Same idea.
Yeah, the older people, the disabled veterans, right? Like, because back in our day, you couldn't even use one unless you were disabled or like over 60, which I like that a lot.
I'm still cool with that. So that's the crossbow game. There's a few other crossbow things on here.
Essentially, it's just a scope, right? And you can mount it on any.
Yeah, there's like Barnett came out with a new crossbow.
My question though too it's just an optic that this is for sale for $850, and so you can mount that on any. But here's the thing: is that there's so much different.
You're buying a scope that's the same price as the whole bow.
Right, I get that, but here's the thing too: is that how intelligent is this scope too? You're going to mount that on. You're going to tell me that you're going to put this on a Raven, and then it's going to be just as accurate with the hold off and the dope charts, and then you're going to mount it on a 10-point.
Well, you can put all that in there as you go.
You do.
It's kind of like a BDC when you first do it. So it's got BDX technology, which I'm assuming is the same idea as BDC.
BDCX, yeah, that's the same thing. Another my Nikon scopes.
Right, where you type in all the info. You do that on here. You type in, punch your arrow weight, speed, scope, rail height, and sight and distance.
So it does have specs.
So you can like start at 20 yards. Sight it in at 20, you're 0 to 20, that takes all that in, and then it drops it.
But then here's another thing too, like when you're talking firearms, you're talking like a ballistic weight and downrange velocity, coefficient and stuff. You put all that in, that is what this ballistic does. But you're talking about, you take a bolt and then it's misfletched by an eighth of an inch. Now you're getting these people big false.
Especially when you're shooting out over 100 yards, which is stupid.
A false sense of security.
Yeah, but don't you kind of have that either way? Even if you sight in your crossbow with a regular sight.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Then
but that's the thing.
It's the 100-yard shot versus the normal 30-yard shot.
I mean, that's the whole thing is like taking a 100-yard shot with a crossbow, period. It's not, to me, it's not something you should ever do.
Well, it's because you should never do it.
No.
That deer is not going to be in the same spot by the time that arrow gets to it.
Bolt. Yes.
Bolt, whatever.
No, you definitely would not think so.
Well, there's a guy on my lease that did that, and he lost 3 deer this year.
They're ducking. I mean, they're going to hear it and duck.
Right.
I mean,
whatever. That's stupid. Let's not talk about crossbow.
So that's the crossbow game.
They got the Gearhead Archery, the Disruptor from Gearhead Archery.
What's that?
These are those little shoot-through riser bows. They have 20-inch axle to axle, which is pretty cool, and they got a 24-incher. They also have the top selling, which is a 30-inch, which I kind of think takes away from the whole point of it.
24-inch bow. That's
pretty
sweet.
Yeah, they're $750. I mean, they're basically just a bow that is super
Um,
tiny, and with the shoot the riser, the
what's his
grip is in
name?
the middle, which is kind of sweet.
Tap.
They look badass.
Tap.
I want both of them.
Titanium.
Alloy.
What's that guy's name? Talked to him on the phone. He owns TAP. It's Titanium Archery Products. Sells like stabilizers and all kinds of stuff. He got one, and he posted a couple videos recently of him testing it out. Looked pretty cool.
They're cool.
Small. I mean, mobile hunting is where it's at right now. Everybody's in this.
Oh yeah.
It's like the new trend. Everybody's jumping on board with this mobile hunting.
That's definitely the CrossFit of the hunting world, right?
Yeah, it's
doesn't
a
say anything
CrossFit of hunting.
It doesn't say anything like as far as like feet per second or anything like that. It just kind of talks
I'd be
about
So
it.
curious to see
essentially,
the
it's just a
performance
smaller
of it.
bow, something more compact, easier to carry, lighter weight.
And that you can kind of customize it a lot. There's a
That's
whole
got
bunch
to
of
be
stuff
like
you can do.
100% cam driven.
Oh god, yeah.
How big are the cams on that son of a bitch?
They don't look good by any means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I think it's the split limb that makes it. It's dual limb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just don't see it being.
you shoot through the riser, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool. I'm a big fix.
If that's the case, well, I guess it would be which way your handle comes off. I'm like, is
Yeah.
that an ambidextrous bow? That'd be neat.
That's kind of what it looks like,
It
but
does
no,
have-
it's not
that'd be pretty
because the string slide is off to a side.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it can't be.
I wonder. Well, you could just easily just flip that over to the
You would think
side.
so.
That'd be neat.
That would be cool.
Neat.
Neat.
Nature's neat.
The new broadhead that everybody's talking about is the Annihilator
Yeah,
broadhead.
I like
I heard
that.
about
I
that.
saw
Yeah,
a couple
this one
people,
on Facebook.
showing videos of that. They were at the booth, and
They sure punched through some crazy cool stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
I'm
had
a
a,
big fixed broadhead guy, so I think it's neat. But
he had a piece of metal.
Yeah.
That he had hit like 50 times with the same broadhead,
Yep.
and he had the broadhead there that he had shot through that metal, and it looked fine.
The cooler thing to me is when they did a test with that with plywood, which obviously they compared them, and then what they did was they took it and they put the plywood on an angle,
yeah,
and like the rages were sticking, and a couple of different like Montecs were bouncing off, and then that was also going right through too. So
yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean,
talking
they're
about like
made out of straight
deflection.
alloy steel, designed of 414 alloy steel, coming in all the different grains, but there's no vents in the blade, so it's called back scoop wedge design. Induces drag in just the right places, yada yada yada. But they are small, a .910 inch cutting diameter for the
Ooh.
100 grain, which is
Yeah.
tiny. But it's designed to cut a hole instead of a cut.
Right,
It
yeah.
punches
Yeah, I
a
do
hole.
like fixed blades too.
It's $55 to $57 for 3, which isn't bad for
That's
a
not
broadhead.
bad at all.
So
It's a
it's
normal.
something I'm curious how they would tune compared to a normal broadhead with no vents. But I'd be down to shoot.
I would absolutely buy that because
makes those?
I can't get a 3-blade to
Annihilator.
tune.
Annihilator.
For whatever
And
reason,
it
I cannot get a 3-blade fix to
can't
tune
get
on
him to
my
shoot for
PSC.
shit. I can't either. But I'd be down to try it. Then there's another crossbow from Barnett that's supposed to be the new shit. I don't really care. Ozonics came out with another same thing as always.
What can be different about it?
You know, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read it. This
Are you
fist.
talking
Oh, it's
about the
got
water
long.
thing?
It's the XL. It's the Ozonics. Like
Oh,
the
this
original.
one.
Oh no, yeah, I'm talking about.
It's got
Set
longer
that.
battery life and it's got hyper boost mode,
No.
which emits 25% more ozone, which doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't need any more ozone.
You shouldn't,
No,
right?
ozone.
Right. So it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. There's a new blind from Hawk. It's like a down and out panel, so it's basically a pop up blind that is heavy duty as hell. It's like a square blind like you would build,
Oh, okay.
but it's a pop up version of that. It's a heavy duty blind. It's $1,000.
Pop up.
It's $1,000.
How-
It's a
what-
panel.
what are the-
It's made of panels. And
Yeah.
It's got that shit around it.
Oh, okay, right.
So it's just a quick panel version blind, but it's a
So it's more like a ice shanty, like a hard walled ice shanty.
kind of, yeah, more
Like
like
it
that.
probably comes out like a jet sled.
Spot Hog came out with a new straight finger release that apparently everybody likes a lot.
Ugh.
It's just a new release.
Or is that one of those tension ones?
No, it's like the ones that we all shoot.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, or $120. I mean, that's kind of like your own deal.
I like my True Ball for 11.
Easton's listed on here for their new carbon match arrow. It's just a new carbon arrow with 6.5 millimeter because they're following with the whole gun craze right now. Everybody's shooting
with the
6.5s.
micros. Oh,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't ever do that.
That's everybody's favorite.
Spines are way too tight. I went back to gold tip.
It's available 6.5 match grade available in spines of 3, 340, 4, and 5.
Oh, okay.
75 dozen,
Then-
which is pretty cheap for a dozen
I
arrows.
might be able to get behind that because they were making the bloodline
Yeah.
that I was shooting, and their spines were way too heavy. Their spines were so stiff, and that was not tuning a bow with that tough spine. My bow, at least, is not doing it. You're not.
The
PSE.
next product on their list is Sever, SEVR. It's a new target. It's basically the new block.
Oh,
It's the same idea as the block.
I don't
Oh,
like
okay.
that's the one with the intern. You could take the things out.
No, not this one.
You shoot broadheads into
right.
it too,
But
right?
yeah, you can shoot broadhead. It's pretty much the same idea, except for it's $170.
How much are those? $170? Jeez,
Yeah,
that's
170
big.
for a 21 by 17, which is not that big.
No, I mean the
That's
block's really not that big either.
But the
I
block's
want a
about the same
smaller
price.
one. Like I like a smaller one to
I
put in
got
my
a smaller
truck.
block. You've seen my block. I take it everywhere. It was $100.
Yeah, I like having a small one to throw in my truck. All I got's that big bag thing and
Yeah.
takes up too much space.
Bushnell came out with a new rangefinder that's good to 1,300 yards.
Ooh.
So they say.
Yeah, you need that bow hunting.
Yeah,
If you got
trees
one
to
of those new
800,
crossbows.
trees to 800, deer to 600. It's the long range shooting out west is like all the craze right
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
now. Also, an available $1,700 version, a 1,700 yard version.
Oh,
sorry,
what?
1,700 yard.
Negative.
It's $170. Which
That's
really
actually not that
isn't
bad.
that bad.
No,
Yeah,
it's not bad.
I paid $120 for mine.
Right.
Me too.
HHA's
700
got
yards,
a
what
new
is it?
site.
Right, 5, 6,
Um,
700. Yeah, point
The
target.
Tetra Max from HHA is their new single pin sight. They're calling it their bad boy. It's not cheap. I mean, it's an expensive
Single
sight.
pin?
Single pin.
My buddy switched to a single pin this year, my buddy Jeff Forbes, and he loves it.
This is supposed to be like the shit for going from hunting to 3D shooting with the same bow, because it's got a magnified roller on it. So when you adjust your distance on there, it's like down to the fucking T, like per yard. You
Okay.
can do and really see it nicely.
Why does it matter from hunting to target
Well, from
shooting?
hunting, you're just basically like, I put my 20-yard pin on there and stick it.
Right.
But if you got your bow
if you're
dialed
doing
in how
like-
you
yeah,
want
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and you're shooting 33 yards, you need, you're hitting that 12 ring, you need your pin to be at 33 yards.
Yeah.
Or at least, that's how those guys all shoot. We don't do that because we just shoot shit. and
Hold
kill it.
off, right?
This is one I'm kind of thinking is neat. I'd like to shoot it. The Expedition bow came out with a new one, MX-15. The guy kind of talks about how speed is and everything, but it's rated at 360 feet per second
Jesus
on a
Christ.
stock bow, which is crazy fast, man.
Does that? I'm assuming that it comes fully loaded with its own drop away and shit.
Nope, this is better, according to this. It's got a new hybrid dual stop cam. Blah, blah, blah. Normal shit. 32 3/4 inch axle, 5-inch brace height, which is really short. Weighs
Yeah.
4.2.
It's like 2 inches longer.
There's
than
also a longer brace height of 6, and that tops out at 352 feet per second, starting at $1,199.
I mean, that's the
about average.
price of it,
But for
right?
Yeah.
Expedition, it's pretty expensive.
When you're talking, yeah, for sure.
Is that outfitted with?
Nope,
No,
bare.
that's
It's
bare.
just a
bow?
bare
Yeah.
bow.
That's what the price of that Z7 Extreme was like $1,200,
Yeah,
Brad,
I guess that is.
when it came out.
I'm going to skip over a few and kind of come back into them because I'm going to leave my favorites to the end. Here's the dumbest. To me, I just hit my mic. To me, it's the dumbest product of the ATA. Trophy Ridge came out with the Whisker Biscuit V. It's a new Whisker Biscuit.
Is it one of the 3 bristles?
tell me? Yeah. Can somebody tell me what the hell is the point of making? If you are still shooting a Whisker Biscuit, I don't understand what your thought process is. They make dropaways that are Whisker Biscuits. It's the same idea.
Full capture.
They
yeah.
can't fall out of there. Why would you
Yeah.
ever
I
shoot?
just switched from a whisker.
Yeah. Well, your bow was from 1974.
Yeah, right.
Why would you want all that drag and sound and everything else on your bow? It doesn't make any sense to me. Why anybody would put that on there when you have total, what's the word? You just said it. Total, the dropaways.
There must be a market for it, or else
What?
they wouldn't
I
make
know.
it.
The drop,
I said
like,
that?
your arrow can't fall off the dropaway. Yeah, you said the word. Total encapsulating, or whatever the hell the actual
Oh.
word is.
Full capture.
Full capture. That's it. See? Scott's new favorite product, whether he is going to admit it or not, is the Shakar.
Yeah, I saw those.
Climbing stakes and scout
Who
platform.
makes those out on a limb?
Out on a limb makes
That's
them.
who
Yep.
makes.
24
that's who makes
ounces
our
each.
camera arms.
Yeah, 24 ounces each. That's pretty damn light. And the new platform is only 8
I don't even
ounces.
know what the hawk.
8
one is.
ounces for the new platform.
How much is 24
Way
ounces in like real man?
A pound and a half.
What do the hawk ones weigh?
More than that.
Yeah, because they're kind of. I mean, they're kind of heavy. I mean,
Pretty
it's
cheap.
not like
Let me
bad,
see
but
that thing.
$90 a stick. That's not that bad.
yeah. How long are they? It's
The
90
whole-
bucks per stick.
And the whole stick
I
weighs
think
2
I got
pounds?
3 from Hawk for $100.
Pound and a half per stick.
Pound and a half per stick?
I think I got
Good
3 from Hawk.
How
for
long are
$100.
they, stupid things? It doesn't say how long they are.
Probably 8 foot.
No, these are the individual sticks.
Oh, shit,
They're
yeah.
2.5.
2.5
90
feet, 2
bucks for
feet.
one stick.
Tethered made the list, which is cool because that's sweet.
Yeah, that new saddle they got, the Predator.
This
That
is
looks-
tethered saddle starter kit. They have a starter kit now. That's the top list.
Oh, they always did.
Well, that's their like.
Oh,
big
that's
one.
what's on
So
the
it
list.
comes,
That's
it comes
weird.
with their Predator.
They were pushing their
Predator
Predator
platform.
platform. Yeah, it comes with all. It's $315.
Does
They
it
were
come with
pushing
sticks?
their. Why am I calling it the Predator? It's
Tether,
not called the Predator.
Lineman belt, and optional Predator platform $315.
With the platform.
It does. They
'Cause
have that all listed
platform, what was
together.
that platform?
But I
So
don't think so.
$60, $70.
I don't even remember. But they got the Phantom. It's called the
Yeah, the
Phantom.
Phantom, yeah.
It looks sweet. I don't really. I got to look more into it. We'll be hanging out with them at the Outdoorama, so I'll be able to.
Yeah.
I haven't even really looked at it because I know I'm going to see them in a month, so I'm just going to
Go
pick their
sit
brain
in
about it
it,
and
yeah.
sit in it.
So that's pretty cool.
Hopefully, I don't have to spend more money on it. I might end up selling a saddle. It might be a saddle for sale, so I can
You're
buy
not.
that
No,
one.
there's not. Because if that's happening, I'm gonna just buy it.
All right, never mind.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Its saddle is that was a game changer for me
Need a
this year.
Yeah, I'll end up buying one this
Freaking
year,
need
too.
It really just puts you wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
I know there are downsides to it, and it's not the most comfortable thing to some people. I never had any comfort issues with it whatsoever personally. I know there are people who hate it, but
There's
it's
people who hate everything.
it's
There's people who
light.
hate chocolate. in their
It's
freezer.
lightweight. I could literally just go walk and find a new tree and get in it.
Yeah.
Because you got a way to climb.
Well, when you climb up there, maybe you'll want the new Elite Ember bow. Elite came out with a new bow. I think it's kind of neat.
That's who
For,
Modern Assassin Garrett's
yeah.
shooting lead, I believe.
For anybody who's like new into the game, it's $499. It's a really nice bow, according to this guy. I know Elite makes great stuff. I've shot a lot of their bows. I think they're great.
Yeah, that's a very affordable.
Yeah, and,
That's like a
and
bear.
it's totally adjustable
Yeah.
without a press. And draw length from 15 to 29 inches, which is kind of small at 29. That's what I shoot. So it's definitely a shorter bow, but it's a beginner's bow for sure. And from 10 to 60 pounds, 31 inch.
10 to 60 pounds.
10 to 60.
Wow.
Dude, that
Yeah.
lug on that
Crazy.
limb.
So
they're different now.
that could be a
What?
youth bow. I mean, you could buy that for a kid.
It's made. I mean, it's
and then
considered
grow
a
with
beginner
it.
bow. 31 1/4 axle to axle, which is pretty good, and 6 1/4 inch brace, which isn't ultra forgiving, but it's pretty forgiving. 3.6 pounds, and still shooting up to at maxed out 310, which is plenty fast.
Oh, that's way faster than my first bow.
Spy High came out with a camera system that you can put way high in the tree. I'm not getting into that. If you have people trespassing on your property, figure it out. Climb up the tree. Trophy
Yeah.
Ridge, Summit Ledge came with a new tree stand. It's just a new tree stand that costs too much money. It's actually only $110. Which
Spy
isn't
High,
bad.
was that? Is that Spy Cam?
No, it's
No.
spot. It's like its own little like way to put a trail camera.
Oh,
way
it's
up in
like a
the
little
tree.
arm.
Yeah, without having to climb up there.
Hmm.
$225 to find a way to put a tram tank
Good.
ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Get yourself a
I
saddle.
mean, I'm not gonna act like I think these are all great. Like the Summit Ledge, it's a tree stand. Come on, they're all the same. Here's a product I think is cool. Probably my second favorite one, Mystery Ranch Pop-Up 38. It's a backpack. Goes from day pack to meat hauler in seconds, and it carries up to, how much was it? 80 pounds. It only weighs 5.3 pounds
Was
itself.
that just like a
You got to be able
platform?
to shoot a public land buck before you need that, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
See, to me, that's just another, like, they're all that way
Yeah,
now.
but you have one. I don't have one.
Yeah.
This seems like a pretty cool one.
That one I have, I believe, turns into a frame pack too.
Yeah. Yeah, you were showing me that. It's got 2,746 cubic inches, which I don't know is a lot, or if it's a lot. And pockets and buckles are in the right places, yada, yada,
Who
yada.
makes it?
Badlands? Mystery Ranch?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mystery Ranch.
I've seen
Makes
it.
high-end functional stuff. It's known already as a pretty good company, but $350. I think it's about average for the product.
Yeah, I think my Alps was right around there.
Right around $300.
Yeah.
Usually they generally are. It's pretty. Seems like a cool idea to me. I don't have one. If I ever go west,
I mean, a good pack's a good pack. If it's a good pack, you're gonna last. It's gonna last long.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just about, I mean, some of this stuff too, you could sit there and read about it until you're blue in the face, but until you actually hold on to it and look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would trust any. Well, that's why I guess that's why you go to the ATA, which
Yeah,
we did
something
not.
like that.
But
That's what this guy kind of write up to. He's like, how he walks around and usually can just write about the product and move on. But he's like, that's one he bought. Like, I'm taking this home.
oh really?
Nice.
Yeah. So, Hawk came out with a new spotting scope. It's a spotting scope for $219. Look into it yourself. 9 to 27 by 56. Only weighs about 2 pounds. Yada yada yada. Nice bow. My favorite product that I've read about, like I said, I haven't touched any of these yet, so maybe these ones suck. But my favorite one, Spy Point came out with a cell link.
I saw that. There was a lot of controversy on this.
So
Why?
I asked a lot
Yeah.
about it because Billy Hoffman was down there, and he sent me text or anything you want me to look into. So, and he does a lot of stuff with Spy Point. So once he got in there, I kind of asked him a bunch of questions. Oh, here you go. We found some other stuff out that you wanted to know too. We had questions about people with the main concern.
Yes, man.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
Thank
doing
you.
Thanks.
So before we get into issues with it, what it is it's basically something, a tiny little block that you put above your any trail camera, and it plugs into the cell link itself, and then it has virtually an SD card that you put in the SD card slot on your camera, and now you just turn your cell camera
Yeah,
into
the little
Your camera into a cell
your camera into a cell camera.
the
for-
SD card thing for it has a wire coming from it. I'm assuming.
Yes, that wire plugs into the little cell link.
Right. So
For the cell link system, it costs about $60 and requires its own power source, AA or lithium batteries.
also it comes with you have to pay for a sub too, right?
Yes, so various data plans
like
are
a
available
yeah.
and economical, like $10 a month for unlimited photos, and it works with either Verizon
That's
or
not
AT&T.
bad. $10 a month for
$10 a month?
unlimited
Holy
photos.
shit.
That's an option. They don't say that's through SpyPoint, but it's something that these people have found.
Does
Was it like a third party thing?
Probably.
the one that I was using this year was like $6 a month for like 1,500 pictures or something like that.
Right. System uses a cable to plug into the SD card port in your camera. When the camera takes photos, the cell link is activated, stores the data on a micro SD card, and then sends it to you.
That's pretty awesome.
The biggest concern.
It's $70, right?
$60.
You
So
have
that's
to,
what makes it even awesomer because
Awesomer.
I'll
awesomer.
see. Yeah, my biggest concern, just even hearing about it, I know something. What is it?
So the biggest concern I was reading about is people are, and I had the original too, was how do you shut your camera?
Yeah, that's my.
So I asked that. He said, Billy was telling me, he's like, basically without knowing the technical terms of it, they basically made a cable that you can smush.
Yeah, it's
So you
called
can
a
smash it.
ribbon cable.
So
Yeah, and it's flat.
Yeah.
And it's a
that's that. So
smushy cable.
should be good to go. Smushy
yeah,
cable.
that seems like it would be the only concern I would have.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
really
you're turning
know
it essentially like if my cameras, all my cameras that I use, all two of them.
Yeah, I mean, you
They,
can.
if you don't shut them, they're not
They
waterproof.
claim it works on any camera. Honestly, I wouldn't. I mean, why you would make the claim if it doesn't work like that? So, but for $60, that's pretty awesome. I mean, that's a real game changer. As far as the cell cam,
Yeah.
there's a new company. Damn it, it's not a new company, but a new company came out with a cell cam. Shit, I can't remember. I read about it yesterday. I didn't write it down. They made a cell cam and it's only like $180.
See, they're coming down in prices now.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that's because that's the only reason nobody's buying them is because I'm not paying $400 for a
right.
cell cam.
I bought the
And
one. I
because-
bought the one that I bought because I got a deal on it, and I love. It's a game changer. It really is. It's nice having that there. But
You like for somebody that runs a shitload like you during turkey season.
Oh, I need a cell cam.
It's so stupid.
I will have
How
two of those
many-
by turkey season.
How many?
Yeah.
Especially if I'm running my guide service.
Right.
If I'm taking people out to know what spots are hot,
Yeah.
what
You've got like
dust
12
bowls are
cameras out. And the one time I came over to your house and the whole fucking kitchen table was
oh yeah.
full.
When I moved, I took a whole.
Are we
Literally, I
allowed
had
to
a
say the
box.
F word?
Yeah, I've already thrown two of them in there.
Are you?
When I moved, I had a box labeled
We'll find out.
trail cameras. Like it's just a box for trail cameras and sheds.
Yeah.
Shed after boxes.
So now
yeah,
you
so
got
I'll be using. I mean,
So I will
Sweet.
be using that. I'll be definitely getting a hold of them. A few of those. So that's my
that
favorite.
is
product.
one of my favorite ones too.
one.
That's one of the favorites that I'd seen. Just following along with people's stories and
Yeah.
them going to the ATA and all this stuff they were looking at. And
Well, guys, one of my buddies sent me a text. Oh shit, it's 2:53. Send me a text. Is like, you got to look at this camera arm. I'm like, I don't really need to because those modern assassin ones are the reach is sweet.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
And my only gripe about it is it didn't have the long strap
Mhm.
because they're not ready for big mature Michigan trees. But other than that, you get around that, you can get a new strap
it was
extender
super
or whatever.
easy to fix it. I just extended it.
I extended
And
it.
it's super easy to fix, and that thing is solid. But I will say, I looked at it and I was a little suspect, but the hype on it is insane.
Whose is it?
It's Lone Wolf.
Oh, I did see that.
Did you see that?
Which is crazy because
It's like a screw on, right? Or am I
okay,
wrong?
so here's what I'm gonna say about Lone Wolf. I think they make really good stuff. I think the hype around Lone Wolf,
They've kind of died over the years too. I'm surprised they're
they
coming
came back.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
They came back last year. The ATA they blew up. What's his name? Cody DeQuisto or whatever his name is. He's been on a bunch of podcasts and it just like blew up. But he made the
Oh,
he
thanks.
made they're big on hang-ons. So he's got
Yeah.
the hang-on. Last year was the big thing. He had a
Climbers. I got a
hang-on.
Lone Wolf climber.
They had
and
a
Summit.
camera thing, a new camera from Lone Wolf, but I did see a quick ad of the Lone Wolf camera arm.
My buddy was talking like
I'm sure it's good.
he was like, "This is the best thing since sliced bread."
Yeah, but I think the hype around that
What makes
their
it better?
products are more about.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know anything about this. Look it up.
I think the hype around Lone Wolf products are more about.
Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Sitka.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more about like
The name.
the name brand, so
Yeah.
that they can say they're using Lone Wolf stuff and tag Lone Wolf in Instagram posts and get Lone Wolf to repost
This
their
is
shit
a dude
or
that
whatever.
this guy runs a ranch.
I'm not saying it's probably a. I'm not saying I think it is a bad product or anything. I'm just saying like I think the hype around it gets a little bit blown out of proportion because Cody DeQuisto is like the new. Everybody wants to go to his booth and.
Oh.
But it's weird because last year at ATA, Garrett, the guy that owns the Modern Assassin guy, him and that guy, the Lone Wolf guy, were like hanging out together and doing stuff together. And then they both came out with a camera arm similar times. Man, I wonder how that works, like competition wise.
And two,
Cutthroat,
what I did, what I did see,
I would imagine it is.
I want to look it up. Look it up real quick.
I tried. I got nothing.
I can't get service.
I want to see that because to me it looked like it was a screw on.
It did. Yeah, it did to me too.
And I don't know how you're doing like leveling and stuff. Like the reach.
That's another product to look into, for sure.
The reach is badass because you can level it off of a 90-degree
For
surface.
pretty much anything. I
This
leveled
one,
it
I
off
just
a
don't
really
know.
crooked tree.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
I hunted
about
the
it.
ground and was like going off of branches.
I did the same thing.
I just
too.
don't like the fluid heads that we have.
I don't either. They're too heavy.
Yeah,
Way heavy.
That was our fault. I didn't
it was
research
our
them
bad.
enough.
For sure. I mean, they are very, very solid.
Yeah.
Like what I'll do is I will keep that one and put it on my tripod. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's so
I like
Yeah,
that.
the
I would
fluid
like
head.
it on a
Yeah,
tripod.
me too. Yeah, but I want to get a smaller fluid head. They're huge.
Yeah.
So it's defeating the purpose of the
exactly.
reach being
I'm
so
like,
small
well,
that you can put that reach in your back pocket, literally, and then roll up the strap on the mount and throw it in the
Yep.
Here it is. Lone Wolf. Oh no.
Well, on the same note of cool new products, Scentlock came out with an OZ Infuse ozone sprayer.
It does look pretty cool.
I don't know,
Let me see.
man.
What the hell is it?
I'm
you talking
not
about?
skeptical on it at all. Like on how if it works, I'm just skeptical on if I find it necessary to spend the money.
So the only thing that I see, well, like obviously the selling point on it is like you don't have to buy any more bottles of scent spray or scent eliminating
You
spray.
just put water in it.
You just fill it with water and it infuses the water, and there you go. You got scent eliminating spray. Supposedly, that guy was commenting on our post about it, and he had all these questions and was getting all scientific on it. But he said that the half-life of ozone is a half hour. Okay, that's fine. I don't need it to be any more than a long enough period of time to kill whatever odors are on my boots.
Right.
Because I spray it on my boots when I'm walking out to the.
I think a lot of
stand.
people rely on scent killer spray as like they think it's a scent killer spray that lasts forever. A lot of those scent killer sprays, when you spray them on, people spray them on like, in the field. They
Yeah.
take like 4 to 6 hours to even activate.
Yeah.
Well, shit anyway.
I don't know about it because it's not a controlled thing. So like ozone, the way that I've researched the ozone when we're talking to who sent that guy?
Who did we talk to about the scent line? Oh, Eberhard.
Yeah, we were talking to Eberhard, and I researched it a little bit because of that. But so ozone essentially binds to whatever that is not oxygen.
Yeah.
Essentially, it
Yep.
binds to everything, and so whether it be a metallic, anything. So the only thing that when he was posting about that I looked at and was like, oh, okay, and I can get on board with is because you go out to Pinckney, you go out to Byron, you're putting well water in that motherfucker. You know how much zinc and rust.
That
and
was my first thought
all
too.
the
A
other
lot
stuff.
of these waters are chemically put in with a bunch
The
of
guy
shit.
on the video
Exactly.
says that it operates with tap water. So I don't know that it's
I'm sure it does
something you're
operate.
supposed to do.
It does operate.
Put it anything other than tap water in it.
And but you know what else?
It might tell you don't put anything other than tap water.
I'm sure
in
it does, like bottled water and stuff. But even with that, you can go and look at studies of like the actual, like, oh, this pH water is this and that, and then they'd actually done tests, like pH tests on the like smart water. That's actually smart water is actually has a lower pH level than like some like Livonia city water.
Right.
Right.
And so you have to know what water you would put in there. You'd want to put in the cleanest water with no particles and stuff. Like you put Pinckney water in there, you better be running the fucking radial in that bitch because there's no way. I've got so much crap in my water. We've got arsenic. We've got
Smells like sulfur.
coliform, salt. Yeah, whatever. Fart, poop. Whatever. There's a lot of crap in my water. So you start putting that in there, it's like 90 seconds of ozone. Yeah, you're gonna bind. Okay, so it no longer smells like farts. But now I'm just spraying water.
Well, I
on
think
my boots.
the point of it is the ozone is in the water. Now you spray it on your boots, so that ozone comes out in a spray form directly onto your boot.
I just don't.
Which has
I wish I was a
odor on
scientist because I don't know enough about it. Because in my mind,
I don't wish I was a scientist
in my mind,
at all.
In my mind, you are effectively you're taking an O3 molecule and attaching it to something that human odor.
It's huge that you just said O3.
Why? That's ozone.
I know.
And you attach it to that, you're essentially making a new chemical.
Right.
So that it's not like that it drifts away from the deer and then breaks up and creates ozone again. No, you just made a new chemical. You made a new compound chemical, and that's what it's doing in the
Well,
water.
it goes away. It reverts back to O2 from what I was reading yesterday. I could be wrong.
No.
But what I'm reading is the half-life of ozone is only a half an
Right,
hour.
yeah.
After half an hour, it reverts back to
unbinds.
oxygen.
Yeah, it grabs an oxygen molecule, sticks it to that, and becomes oxygen again in 20 minutes. Right? Now, if I'm doing that to water and I'm putting it on my boots, that means that's not going to work until.
Yeah, but does it kill? So if it comes right out of that bottle onto your boots, let's say you take your boots and you rub a taco salad on it.
Did somebody come out with a taco salad?
No. You rub the taco salad on your boots. Okay, so your boots smell like taco salad.
Not a bad scent.
You're in you get to your hunting spot, you get out of your truck, you take your boots, put your boots on, you take your ozone spray bottle, the infuser, spray it. Now that ozone comes directly out of that bottle onto those molecules that cause that odor, just make it smell like taco salad, kills that odor. That odor is now dead, gone. And now you walk away in through the woods. The only new odors that come on your boots are the woods.
Here's what I'm saying: is now you're spraying these molecules, this mist on your boots. You're no longer spraying ozone on your boots. You're spraying H2O4 on your boots. And does H2O4 do the same thing as ozone?
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
That's what I'm saying.
They're saying that their independent lab studies say that it does.
Yeah, independent lab studies was done in my basement. Okay,
You
so
never know. It might have been.
I just don't. I don't know. I can't get it.
You don't technically have a basement.
I mean, that's my bottom level. What do you want me to say?
So
try level.
Those are the I did read some more products, but those are still the favorite ones I had.
Yeah.
I like the Spy Point cell cam little
That was my
converter,
favorite.
dude.
Number one.
I'm very curious about the what were they? Afflictor broadheads.
Yeah, those are awesome. I'm gonna.
I think because they've made the broadhead before though.
Yeah,
I want
bigger,
to shoot those next year. I really would like to test them out.
I wish I had
if you work for
unlimited money.
Afflictor and you are watching this, you got a couple of tests.
I'd like to try that little shoot through riser bow just because I want to shoot shit with
those
it.
are sweet.
I think that'd be an awesome bow fishing rig.
That was my first
bow
thought.
fishing rig.
Speaking of bow fishing, are we allowed to talk about that yet?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Do we?
Why not? We're going to Maryland. Where are we going?
Yeah, we're going to Maryland working class outdoorsmen.
Yeah, working class outdoorsman.
We are going to be bow fishing with them in the Upper Potomac, I believe.
I
With
don't know what that means.
Garrett Benner from Modern Assassin.
They're not. It's not far from.
Here's what it means to me. We're on the coast and there's lobster rolls and I want one bad.
Lobster rolls.
There's they shoot giant carp. There's a lot of
Snakeheads.
gar and snakeheads. I can't wait.
I want to shoot a snakehead. They're like
I've been
the
studying.
pictures.
They
got
do really
they're
well.
shooting every carp they shoot's in the high 20s.
Well, we've been kind of following them along for a while, and yeah,
they shoot a lot of fish.
Garrett got a hold of us last week and was like, I had talked to him on his podcast about coming out there and doing it. I talked to him about coming out there and doing that and a Sika deer hunt.
That'd be a really good time.
But he got a hold of me last week and was like, dude, we're bucking up. Let's go. I'm like, all right. So we're going to be hanging out with him and staying in a cabin that he's got. And I can't wait. That's going to be a blast, man.
Yeah, it's August, right?
Was your brother
Yeah.
bitching out?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god!
I haven't talked about it anymore since that one time, but
Tell him he's a stupid idiot if he does that.
Um,
You're a stupid idiot, Hunter. If you bail.
So yeah. Anyways, those are our ATA things that we liked that we saw. I saw a whole lot of shit talking about huntresses and Instagram famous hunters, which is kind of funny because
I enjoy that.
I think it's a double-edged
sorry.
sword. I mean, that's the world we live in today. Everybody's famous on Instagram for something now, and essentially, if we were to make fun of it, we're kind of the same thing because we're personalities on a TV show. So
Yeah,
But I don't wear bedazzled jeans and pretend to be
there is
somebody
some
else.
there
The
is some
difference is
stuff that
with or
makes
without
it
a
look
camera.
really bad. I saw some pictures and it's like T&K hunting gear who
Yeah.
makes our bino harnesses. He's hilarious. That guy has no filter and does not care.
He does make a badass product.
He
He's a
does. I
veteran.
really
Those harnesses are kick ass.
yeah, he
Yeah,
hooked us
sweet.
up with his harnesses and we really like those. But he had a sign on his booth that said, "We do not give out free gear to famous Instagram hunters or huntresses, and you can pay with your credit card just like the rest of these assholes." And I think he even has a sign that says "fuck China" on his thing, and
That guy's
he does
sweet.
not care.
I like
he's
it.
a veteran,
He's a
which is
veteran, yeah,
cool,
he's
and
sweet.
he's a cop too, I believe.
Is he?
Makes a great product,
I like
and
that.
it's all made in America, sourced in America. Everything's American made. So, but yeah, there was some cool, funny stuff going back and forth that I saw.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
About what?
About the Instagram famous hunters?
Yeah, I can talk about whatever.
I want to.
Yeah, as long as we realize
can I-
it to an extent,
me-
we're
let me
making
say
fun of
something.
ourselves.
Let me say something. Dude,
Speak your mind.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
I was up at the gas station. And see, but I feel like a dickhead because we're with
You are a dickhead, so that's good.
we're Times Up Outdoors. Like, who the fuck is Times Up Outdoors?
We're
No,
nobody.
The 6 people that listen to this podcast are like, whatever. Anyway, I was at the gas station and this guy had I cannot remember the name for the life of me, or I can, but I'm just not gonna call him out that bad. And he had it was something outdoors, and then it had all of the companies that he was pro staffed with.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. And
So-
he had his big old sticker and all that. I even talked to him. I'm like,
But the thing about pro staff is that people think it means professional staff. It doesn't. It means
know.
promotional staff.
Most
Exactly.
pro staff means you paid money to
9
rob
times
you
out
off
of
the
10,
company.
9 times
So-
out of 10, you paid for it.
You're a boob.
very
Yes,
good.
we're
I think
good.
we can.
Not you. You're not a
You
boob.
got
our
our bills?
bills?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, you're paying for it. Some people are on pro staff because they are Instagram famous
It
or
used
whatever
to be
famous.
pro staff meant something, man.
Yeah.
Like not even that
Like-
long ago, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, we're talking like Mike Waddell and like.
Yeah, but think about like
What happened?
anybody can be a pro staffer in most of these companies now.
Yeah, because now you can pay into it.
So
Like-
here's the thing. But here's he had it said
Them too.
it said such and such hunting
Same thing.
on his sweatshirt and his thing. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, he's starting a hunt show or whatever. Times About it. We're doing the same shit. Then on the back it said pro staff, and then it had this company, a couple of them that we're affiliated with.
So who are we pro staff with if we wanted to act like we were pro
And,
staff with
and
anybody?
listen,
Us not like Easy
I-
Cut, Carhartt now.
No.
We are essentially. That's
No.
According to what everybody on the internet says pro
But
staff
here-
is. That's what we
Here's
are.
the thing.
Makes
I'm
sense.
not saying I agree with it. I'm
I
just
talked
saying
to this guy.
essentially if we wanted to be boobs,
Yeah.
I talked
that
to
would
this
be
guy
what
in
it
the
was.
line at the gas station. He's like,
cross.
I was like, oh yeah, you guys are doing. I was like, I got a little hunt show too that we're trying to start. Blah blah. Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks.
And
Holy crap, we can't afford this. We're gonna have to do some dishes.
and he's like, yeah, you know, we're sponsored by all these companies on the back. I said, but it says pro staff. He's like, yeah,
not a sponsorship.
We're sponsored by them. I said,
Nope,
no,
you're
you
not.
paid money to be on it. Yeah, but you know, they send us free demo
You might
stuff.
not have even paid. Some companies, I mean, we've gotten free stuff from
You
companies.
know, he agreed that he paid for it.
Oh,
And he said, well, they send us gear. I said, that doesn't mean you're a sponsorship. Like,
it's
dude,
not a
we
sponsorship.
don't have a sponsorship. We don't.
Scentlock doesn't sponsor us.
Nobody-
Easy Cut doesn't sponsor.
Nobody
We're an
sponsors us.
affiliate with Easy Cut.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by them. They're an affiliate of ours. I guess you could call it
Partners.
partners with
We're not
companies.
sponsored by
We've
anybody.
got companies that.
If they don't pay you, you are not sponsored. It's that simple. Quit acting like it's anything else.
Yeah.
I will
Exactly.
say that we are a sponsored TV show when I don't pay a dime
No,
to
we
go
have a
on.
sponsor. You know
When
who it
this
is?
when this meal costs
right here.
nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
Yeah.
Right out of my wallet. That's
Visa,
our sponsor.
baby.
That's our number
Sponsored
one
by
sponsor.
John D. Shido.
We're sponsored by the paychecks that we get
Yeah.
on our real jobs.
yeah, our very little
The
paychecks. that we
city of
get on our
Detroit, and the city of Detroit wants us to pro staff with them.
I don't think you can say that.
Oh, I can't.
Other than that, we
But
don't
I
have
mean-
any ice, so we can't do any ice fishing.
We're done talking about pro staffers?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
Moving on, we gotta
trust
finish
me,
I was having fun.
I can go all day with this
They
shit.
suck.
I get it. The companies are smart as hell right now. They're getting free advertisement.
For a
And
pair, they send you a pair of boots,
they're
and
smart,
people
they're
are
so
gonna
smart.
just blow you.
They're
out of the
so
water.
smart. And I know a lot of companies will start off like we've gotten relationships formed with companies like Lacrosse Boots,
Bullies game
and
call.
Bullies, and Carhartt, and it's we're new. They don't really know who we are yet, but they've put a little bit of faith in us. Here's a bunch of our stuff. Let's see what you can do with it, and go from there. And I know I've talked to other people in the
Scott said
industry.
thank you too. He just.
I've talked to other people in the industry where they had the same kind of deals where it started out with like, say, a bow company. Hey, Elite's going to give me a bow, and I'm going to shoot it this year, and I'm going to create some content. And if Elite next year decides that they want me to advertise for them, they want me shooting their bows, and they don't want me shooting anybody else's bow, then they might start paying me. And then it becomes a sponsorship.
Yeah.
And that's fine to go that route, especially with this kind of stuff. You have to pay for this stuff somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm not hating on people who are trying to be sponsored by things. I just think it's funny when people call a sponsorship.
No, I'm
When
not
it's
going to get
not
mad
a
at you for
sponsorship.
trying to be sponsored at all.
Absolutely.
No.
But don't say you're sponsored when you're just
not.
have some sort of deal worked out where
Right.
they gave you a face paint and you're acting like you're sponsored by Hardy Face Paint because they sent you
Yeah.
a tube of
Right.
48-cent paint, you asshole.
Like we could
They're not a
essentially say
sponsor.
they
No,
were sponsored.
suck.
You lose in that one because
they won. They are using you as their puppet, you morons. All these, oh God, these people drive me nuts, man.
It's insane.
Look I'm sponsored by this guy and this guy and this guy. They sent me a hat in the mail. You suck. You're a free advertisement.
Well,
buddy.
I bought
Shut
a
up.
$400 product from them, and they sent me a sticker.
Yeah, people are morons, man.
Or not even that. Like they sent me a $400 product, and now that's all I'm going to talk about on with my
I'm gonna pretend
3,000
there's
followers.
nothing ever better than that. It's the greatest thing ever.
It's
'cause
the
they
greatest
sent it to
thing,
me.
and people are going to buy into it. And
I am
thank you.
one penniless, so
Fine.
I have to share.
That's
I'm
gonna-
not-
that's gonna cost you.
Oh, damn
It's
it.
going to cost you.
Thanks for coming out, you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for letting us
have a
use your
good
room.
one.
You too.
Thank you very much.
By the way, do you guys, for your podcast, where do you guys like? I would love to hear about it.
So
Everywhere.
we have we're
on every platform.
We have
Yeah.
a hunt and fishing TV show.
we run a TV
I'm all
show.
about it.
Yeah?
That's awesome.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of Carbon TV?
I don't think
It's
so.
it's an app. It's like a fire. Like, you can put it on your smart TV, like
Jules
Netflix.
McQueen.
You can put it on your phone.
But all it is
Oh, the-
hunt and fishing stuff. So
Oh,
it's free. It's a free app. You can
Sounds
put it
like
on your phone, your computer, your TV, whatever you want. And we have a show on that network.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
all about that. I
And
love
then
that.
iTunes as well. If you look up Times Up Outdoors,
Yeah.
Times
Yeah.
Up Outdoors on Instagram,
I'll definitely
Facebook, all
look
of
that
it.
up,
Thank
'cause
you.
I love some fishing. So.
Cool. Yeah, we do a lot of fishing.
Do you guys do fishing in Michigan?
Yeah,
Everywhere.
pretty much everything we do is
Do you guys
Michigan.
go salmon fishing?
We haven't
we
done
don't have
that
anything
on
on
camera.
there, but
it's in the
yeah.
works.
But we do.
Yeah.
It's in the works.
We're actually going down to Maryland to go bow fishing for snakehead and carp here in
Nice. That sounds like fun.
a couple months.
Definitely have to. Maybe I'll see you guys when it's salmon season because I go up salmon fishing with my family.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
cool. Where'd you
You
go?
guys go out
Frankfurt?
Frankfurt?
Oh, yeah, I've been out of Frankfurt before.
Yeah, it's right up past Cadillac.
Yep, we did well there.
A lot.
Yeah, either like
Yeah.
between
Stayed at the
Frankfurt
Bessie
and, like,
River
Grand
campground.
Traverse.
Yeah.
Or not
You know what
Grand
that is?
Traverse,
Yeah, we stayed out there.
Everybody
Grand Haven?
stays at
Yeah.
that campground.
Which one?
Bessie
Betsy.
River.
Oh, Betsy River.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
that's-
nice.
It's really nice. And
Yeah.
the people that are there are freaking awesome.
Yeah, they got a little bike trail. You can take it into
Yeah, and, you
Frankfurt.
can, and not only that, I love how they have the fish station. They used to.
Yeah, they do.
They used to charge you per fish,
Really?
and then they finally lifted that ban.
They make
so.
really
Sure.
good biscuits and gravy in the morning and
Oh, yeah.
cinnamon rolls.
Oh, no, I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Thanks. Have a nice day. Yeah. So all right, we're fine. We're done talking about process.
You can hit me too. It's fine.
You want to know what's funny
I'm
is that
cool with
I've
it.
had people like ask us, like, "Hey,
You pro staff?
no." They're like, "Can we be on?"
Oh,
your
yeah.
Oh
pro
yeah,
staff?"
we get
Oh, yeah.
messages asking about. We
What
had
the
one
fuck
guy.
am I gonna do for you?
Dude, I had a guy messaging me.
I can't even send you it. I
I
can't give
had-
you a
Hold
sticker.
on. Back before any of this was a thing, before I worked for Bracket, I had people that like would advertise for me and like they would take pictures and hashtag and like post it on their page and like,
Hashtag Nico Tanti.
Times of Outdoors.
Oh really?
Yeah, like in 2013, 14 and shit.
You
They
did?
fuck- Yeah.
You had pro staffers.
I had pro staffers.
What'd you do?
No, I had,
What did you
I,
give
had,
'em?
I had field staffers.
What were you
Nothing.
giving
I
them?
couldn't-
Handies? You were
I
giving them
couldn't-
handies,
I
weren't you?
couldn't give
Oh,
you
yeah,
a
you were giving
thing.
them handies.
I couldn't even give you a hand. I was working too much.
Oh my god, he was an electrician at the time.
Dude, that's so
He's like,
funny.
I couldn't give you a damn
What do you
thing.
want me
but
to
yeah.
do?
No, we've had guys send us messages and ask me like, hey, one guy was like adamant about it.
Yeah.
He really wanted I really want to be part of your team. I really want to be part of your team. I'm in Ohio, and I really think it'd be cool, and blah, 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 and I could bring a lot to the table. And I'm like, I told him every bad thing about doing what we're doing to get him to, like, not want to do it anymore. And I was like, we're not making any money, bro. I'm like, just so you know, like, it's not how that works. And I just finally was like, look, we're not looking for more people.
Can't.
Like, that's not, we don't need.
Don't want it, don't need it, can't do it.
Can't do it. Cannot do it.
Can't do it.
Like, what do I owe you? I don't know. I'm like $10,000 in debt, so can you pay some of that probably? Like, just in doing this
We have
shit.
invested so much money.
If you could pay my beer tab that week,
Amanda said
holy
something
shit.
the other day. I was buying something. She goes, "You're gonna have to get a second job." I said, "I have 2 second jobs." She goes, "And one doesn't pay you a dime." And I was like, I just looked at her. She goes, "I'm not talking shit about it. I'm just saying."
don't say it again.
Hurt my feelings.
Just say it's true doesn't mean I want to hear about it.
One day.
So, if you are on Carbon TV, if you're not, you should be. I don't know why you're not. Carbon TV is awesome. It's got a ton of content, hunting, fishing, farming, outdoors, whatever.
Anything outdoors.
It's all free.
And they
We're on
sponsor
there.
us.
We're on there.
That's a funny joke.
We're on there. We got 6 episodes. They're pretty good, I think.
7 more
We
coming.
got 7 more coming. I think they're only going to get better with time. We're pretty new to this. All of those 6 episodes were pretty much filmed for like YouTube stuff. We didn't know we were going to be on Carbon TV till the last minute, and we pulled it all together. And I really think that now, going forward, not saying there's anything wrong with those.
They'll be better though.
Yeah, I really do think
we definitely got room to
we
grow.
have room to improve. We know we got room to improve. We hope you're following along with us because I think that we're gonna have some sweet content this year.
I want to finish the episode with like, make sure you check out our partners.
Make sure you check out our sponsors.
At least check out Bully's Game Calls. Turkey season's coming.
Yes,
coming up.
turkey
It's time to
season's
start working
coming.
on turkey
And
season.
like we said, we have partnerships with companies that we really like working with.
Yeah, I would not.
Bullies is one
I
of
don't
them.
expect a dime out of Bully's Game Calls. I
No.
really don't. I just like the
Bullies
shit.
is great.
I bought it before I ever used
Easy
it.
Cut's the same way.
Yeah,
We're the
man.
same way with Easy Cut. We push Easy Cut brand
Yeah.
because we really like their products.
They're good people.
We like the company. We like
I like what they stand for.
Yeah, everything about them is.
The
is
owner of the
great.
Bullies Game Call is a high school football coach, man.
He does.
Like,
He's awesome. He
he
approached
runs
us
his own
at
concrete company, like, he's the shit.
Outdoorama, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's one. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just
We'll talk about
we-
that next.
if you see us pushing
gotta,
a
like,
product,
next week. We gotta
it's
put
because
that.
we're either testing it out and we don't know we like it yet, or we like it.
Yeah, I'm not using anything I don't like. We've had companies offer us some
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like, you suck. I really
No, I don't want
I'm
anything.
not. I can't promote your
Yeah,
shit.
like,
I mean, like Scentlock, we work with Scentlock, and
I
I'm
love
not afraid to
Scentlock
talk
stuff.
about their Nexus stuff as being like, I'm not 100% sure yet.
No.
Yeah, but their clothing,
I love their
really do
Scentlock
believe it.
bag. I think the bag is a shit. And their
Yep.
clothing is the best.
Their
I'm not
generators
going to
are
argue
nice,
any of that.
but
I haven't used their sprayer thing yet, so I'm not going to say if it works or not.
I can't get behind it.
If you guys paid me, then I'll lie for you.
No, I won't.
No, I'm not doing that.
But
I will.
yeah, Outdoorama. If you're a Michigander, you need to get some tickets. What weekend is that? That's the last weekend in February,
Yeah,
and
the last weekend first.
it's the last weekend into the first weekend of
28.
March.
No, 27, 28,
It's 4 days.
29, and 1st.
Yeah, it goes like the last weekend of February into March.
Mhm.
So we'll be there,
Starts that
same
Thursday
booth.
I
and
work 2
ends
of the
on
days.
Sunday.
We'll be there, same booth. You're getting those days off.
Charlie's one of them.
We got RFO Outfitters next to us.
Yep.
Tether's
And
across the way.
Tethered will be across the way, I believe. I talked to him the other day, Ernie.
Easy
said
Cuts
that,
right around the corner.
Yep.
Hopefully they're right behind us.
We're in
There's a real
Sea Hall,
nice
yeah.
meat pocket. It's not that far away.
Yeah,
Just
the
across
meat
the-
pocket.
I don't know. Are
for
they going to be there?
The
That
meat
place
pocket?
burned down.
The meat pocket place?
Yeah.
I was just making that up from the meat pocket.
Oh, I
from
thought
the
you were talking
joke.
about that jerky place.
I
that-
am, but we called it a meat pocket.
Yeah, the
Can't
meat
you
pocket.
ruin
Yeah,
it?
NRA is not
God.
going to be there this year. Apparently, not enough
No,
people
they
signed up.
are. I think they're going to be there.
No, they're
I don't
not
think
even
they're
putting a
bringing a
booth
booth
there.
Oof.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, they said they signed up like
So
3
get an
people.
NRA membership if you don't have one. Do it now.
Talk to Allie.
Ellie Ham.
Allie Ham.
Yeah, I talked to her. She said that they're not coming.
At
They
Allie
didn't
Ham.
sign up enough people.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's going to be fun. We're looking forward to that. Come hang out with us. And
We'll have stuff to give away. You can sign up for the youth turkey hunt. We'll
Yeah.
be giving away. We'll be there.
we're doing a little different on our youth turkey
Episode
hunt this
3.
year. We're going to make you
Watch
work
it.
for it a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
this
Is
was-
that episode 3, right?
Yeah, if you want to know what we're talking about, last year we did a youth turkey hunt giveaway. We had a little competition on Facebook with pictures. The winner won a guided hunt with us, and it was filmed. Him and his dad got
It's
to
on
both.
Carbon TV.
Yeah, it's on Carbon TV. It's
Episode
episode 3
or four?
I think it's 3.
4.
It's the turkey one.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really fun. We're looking forward to doing that again this year. But this year we're going to do different. We haven't nailed down the exact details yet, but you're going to have to work for it a little bit more than just putting a picture on, because I feel like that was a little
There's a popularity
lopsided.
contest on it. Like,
Yeah,
Whoever's got
we
more
want it to be
friends.
more of a. We want there to be more like of a moral
I want you to earn it.
character kind of thing behind it.
We're making sure we take the right people out.
Yeah.
Not saying that we didn't take the right
No, last
people.
year
The
we
guy
sure
was the
did.
kid
That
that we
turned
took out was
Turned
awesome.
out to be great, but it could have went south.
It could have went
Yeah,
south.
But the
bad.
people we took were awesome. And actually, his dad just messaged me the other day
Is that right?
asking if we're at the fishing show and make sure we're going to be outdoor ammo. He wants me
Yeah,
to. So.
we will be
Good.
there. We will
Awesome.
be there. So that's it,
I
man.
gotta poop.
Episode 1 of 2020, episode 13 of our show is wrapped up.
Thanks for listening, unless you're pro staffer.
I've got to go potty.
Yeah. Hope you like the show. And this is us.
Welcome to Times Up Outdoors.
Okay, bye.
See ya.